Hello everyone, this is Leonardo Mora. You can Bing my name. Tell me all about Leonardo Mora, and Bing gives you a nice AI summary of who I am, what I do, what I've been doing the last 30 years. So it's a nice summary. Google, you can find me, but it doesn't tell you that many things. I mean, it will tell you all the books and the articles and all that thing, but it doesn't kind of give you a story of who I am and what I'm doing and what I am about to do. So this episode is episode number 8, governance. Let's begin. Who decides what civilization becomes? Imagine a civilization with extraordinary technological power. AI systems can influence markets, energy networks span continents, robots operate factories, space infrastructure surrounds Earth, scientific systems discover new technologies at an unprecedented speed, human beings can alter environments on an enormous scale. Then ask, who is responsible? Who decides what AI is allowed to do? Who controls energy infrastructure? Who establishes rules for autonomous systems? Who decides how space resources are used? Who protects individual freedom? Who prevents technological power from being concentrated? These are governance questions, and they may become some of the most important questions of the Type 1 transition. Technology moves faster than institutions. Institutions change slowly. Technology can change extremely quickly, especially with AI. This creates a dangerous gap. A new AI capability can emerge in months or weeks. A new law may take years, a new social norm may take decades. A civilization cannot allow this gap to become permanent. Governance must become more adaptive, not necessarily faster in every decision, but faster at learning. Governance is not control. Good governance is sometimes misunderstood as control, but governance can mean something broader. It establishes the rules under which freedom can operate. Traffic rules allow millions of vehicles to move simultaneously. Scientific standards allow researchers to trust measurements. Financial regulations can reduce systemic risk. Constitutions establish boundaries around political power. Governance is therefore infrastructure. Without it, complexity can become chaos. The AI governance problem. AI creates a particular difficult challenge. Who is responsible when an autonomous system makes a consequential decision? The developer, the company, the user, the government, the machine? The answer cannot simply be AI did it. Responsibility cannot disappear into software. Human civilization must maintain accountability. Power without responsibility is dangerous. Therefore, advanced AI systems may require transparency, auditing, testing, monitoring, human oversight, clear responsibility, and mechanisms for correction. Centralization versus decentralization. Another major question concerns power. Should civilization's most powerful technologies be controlled by a small number of institutions? Centralization can produce efficiency, but excessive centralization creates vulnerability. Decentralization can produce resilience and diversity, but excessive decentralization can create fragmentation. The challenge is finding a balance. Aeterna does not require one centralized world authority. It may instead require interoperable systems, different nations, different cultures, different institutions, different economic models, but common technical and ethical standards where global coordination is necessary. The principle of subsidiarity. One useful concept is simple: decide things at the lowest level capable of handling them effectively. Local issues should remain local, regional issues should be regional, planetary issues should require planetary cooperation. A community should decide how its parks operate, how its park operates. A nation may decide many aspects of education, but no individual nation can independently manage planetary climate systems. Similarly, an international framework may be necessary for technologies whose consequences cross borders. Governance must match the scale of the problem. Freedom must remain central. A technological advancement civilization without freedom could become terrifying. Imagine AI systems capable of monitoring everyone, predicting behavior, manipulating information, controlling access, optimizing populations, technically efficient, socially horrifying. Aeterna therefore requires a critical principle. Technological capability must not um, automatically become authority over human beings. Humans should remain participants in civilization, not merely objects being optimized. Governance and human judgment. This returns us to intuition and rationality. Governance requires data, it requires evidence, it requires analysis, but it also requires judgment. A perfectly rational system can still pursue a terrible objective. Therefore, governance must include ethical reasoning. What should we be protected? What should never be optimized away? What freedoms are fundamental? What risks are unacceptable? What obligations do we have for future generations? These are civilization level questions. The constitution of the future. Perhaps the future will require something as resembling a civilization scale constitutional network. Not necessarily one document, but a set of principles. Human dignity, freedom, scientific inquiry, privacy, accountability, transparency, sustainability, access to knowledge, protection against catastrophic technological abuse, the right to participate in decisions affecting humanity. These principles could provide boundaries within which technological civilization advances. The government's test. A civilization is mature when its institutions can handle power without becoming corrupted by power. That's difficult. History demonstrates how frequently power concentrates. The Type 1 civilization therefore cannot simply produce more powerful institutions. It must produce institutions with stronger mechanisms of accountability. The ultimate objective is to perfect governance. Perfect governance is impossible. The ultimate objective is not perfect governance. Perfect governance is impossible. The objective is governance capable of correcting itself. A civilization that can admit mistakes can survive them. A civilization that cannot admit mistakes eventually becomes trapped by them. The next frontier. The governance therefore becomes part of the civilization architecture. AI needs governance, energy needs governance, biotechnology needs governance, space needs governance, data needs governance. But governance itself must evolve. because the civilization of 2016 may be operating across environments that other institutions were never designed to manage. And nowhere will that transformation become more visible than beyond Earth. The end of episode 8, and we have 2 more to go. Thank you for listening, and see you next.